Virgo. I'm going to pull a past, present, and future spread for you. I will then clarify it, and then I'll get into the details. The Fool is your past position. King of Pentacles and in the reverse, and Ten of Swords in the reverse. It's your current energy. And the Two of Wands in your future position. The Sun, no, sorry, the Lovers. There's a big sun in it. So, the Lovers. It's your overall energy. Way too many popped out. I'm not going to take those. They got caught on my shirt, I think. So already I'm seeing, so in your, no, sorry. I'm just going to keep trying to get you some cards. I do see, I want to say a partnership, but it's not. It feels to me like a connection with yourself. Nothing is coming. I probably should have taken all those cards that fell out. There we go. Okay. Okay, overall energy, the Lovers, clarified by Temperance. So this is I think you're creating, alchemizing with the Temperance. I want to say a new you. And I say that because the Lovers is a partnership card. But in this, it's like two parts of you coming together as one. Like who you are and who you want to be. And then the Temperance is you bringing that to fruition, to, alchemizing, taking all of the bits and pieces and parts of you and bringing them together to create that whole you that you want to be, right? That's what it feels like. This could be a partnership between you and another person, or you and Spirit, the universe, God, whoever it is that you identify with. But a lot of the reason that I say I think this is you is because your past position is the Fool, clarified by the Magician. The Fool is like going out on a limb, starting something new without really knowing what's ahead of you, just taking that leap of faith and hoping for the best, right? And while that is what you did here in your past position, which is recent past, while that's what you did, you manifested it with the Magician. Like this wasn't a surprise to you. I don't think you were expecting it. And so that's why I think like this is about you, because this is all stuff that I think you have manifested. And because they're all four of these so far that we've discussed are major arcana cards, it implies that the universe has a hand in this. God, whoever it is you identify with, they are facilitating a lot of this, but not without your manifestations, not without your assistance, without the tools that you require or that you have that are required to bring this all about. So I believe that this is maybe a partnership with you and spirit, like I said. But I think that the outcome, the goal, not the outcome, but the goal is to bring all those pieces of you together, essentially to create a new you, right? So if we're following that thread, your current energy is the King of Pentacles in reverse, the Ten of Swords in reverse, clarified by the Hierophant, if I can pick them up. So the King of Pentacles, all kings are master of their suit. That's essentially, they take the power. They don't take it. What's the word I'm looking for? They hold the power. That's not the word I'm looking for, but maybe they embody the power that their suit represents. So in his case, he's the King of Pentacles. So he's a king of, or a master of, the physical realm. So this could mean material, money, physical items, that sort of thing. But it could also mean the family. It could mean the home. It could mean the self. So anything that helps build a foundation, he's the king of it. And he wields, that's the word I was looking for. He wields the power. He wields the power to master his suit, right? And so I feel like this, in your current energy, I believe this is the self. Like I said, because he's of the Pentacles, he's also of the self, because without yourself, there's no foundation to build. You are the foundation. And I feel like he's being blocked currently. I think he's being blocked due to a lack of so essentially I'm saying like that you're unable to master the self, right? There's some aspect of you that's not being honed and utilized and wielded due to the Hierophant in the reverse, so he's, let's say, I'm going to say society. So, but that's not the only thing he is. He's also establishments like churches, schools, religion in general, not just the church, but religion. I mean, I guess that's essentially what a church is. It could, jobs, could be establishments. But I think there's a lack of something here. Maybe a spiritual belief system. But it's also got the Ten of Swords here, with that King of Pentacles in reverse. And the 10 is also in reverse. Tens are endings. The Ten of Swords specifically is an ending in relation to the mind or the intellect or the ego. Something's not dying here. And I want to say it's something in relation to your ego. About, your personality, who you show the world you are. there's a person, something, I don't want to say a mask. It doesn't feel like that. There's some part of you that has to end in order to flip that King of Pentacles in the upright. And I believe it's got something to do with this Hierophant. So again, something needs to end to allow you mastery of whatever I don't know if it's a personality trait. It could be your health. Could it be your health? So there's maybe some part of what defines who you are, or at least what you should, like, could be a habit even. I'm not necessarily saying like a bad habit. I don't have the devil here. But I think there may be some maybe societal expectations, or just, let's say, expectations in general. It doesn't have to be from society, but the Hierophant suggests that it is. Let's say, I'm actually not feeling anything spiritual here. So let's say, in order for this king here to be flipped in the upright, for you to be able to master the self, okay, the foundation that you are, to be in your full power, in order for that to be flipped, we're going to have to flip this one, which means something's got to end, okay? Something that makes you to the outside world. It's not necessarily who you are, it's just who people see you as. So there's something here that maybe society expects of you. Maybe you've shown the world that this is who I am, but really it's not. Otherwise, you would be in your power. And so whatever that is has to be let go of. It has to end for this to be mastered, for you to master the self. Okay. I hope I said that right. Or I hope it makes sense. I know I said it right. I know I said it the way that my mind wants it to come out. I just don't know if it makes sense. So then we go on to the future, your future placement with the Two of Wands and the Four of Pentacles. There's a choice you have to make in the future. I mean, you might have already needed to make it, but I mean, I do see, like, in your past, there was a something you initiated. You, maybe along with your spiritual guides or whatever there is, you, with them, initiated something very powerful. There's a lot of major arcana here, and you're the one who manifested this. And so, and it's beautiful. Everything's in the upright. So I see that this is definitely like the track you need to be on, but your current energy, there's just like something else. Something's going on that's not right, that needs to be righted. And then in your future, you have that decision, that decision point. And you're sitting here, which sometimes I get this card as resting on your laurels. In fact, most of the time I do. It is the card of holding on too tightly to something. So maybe there is something here that you're not willing to let go, or just struggling to let go. But this is your decision point. You have a decision to make, and it's like, well, are you gonna hang on to it, or are you gonna let it go? Because it's in the upright, I'm inclined to say you're gonna let it go. But because there's that decision there, that Two of Wands, you know, I can't say for certain. That's going to be up to you to figure out. So this is pretty straightforward. I am going to get a Woodland Warden's card for you. This will close out your reading, but also it'll give you some signs and synchronicities, and it'll kind of give you advice, I guess. It could be a card of advice. It'll whatever's in the description should help you along your journey. As if you needed that. All that information. You got loyalty, the Hound, and Pair. Okay. The Hound is the ultimate symbol of loyalty and friendship. Stories abound in folklore and throughout history of dogs protecting their companions, saving children, and alerting their masters to danger. The legend of Saint Guinevere is one of such story. This 13th century French greyhound saved his owner's infant son from attack by a viper. When the owner came upon the scene, he found Guinevere with bloody jaws, sitting beside the empty cradle. Believing the hound to be the murderer, the owner killed Guinevere. Only later, when he heard his son's cries and discovered him beneath the cradle next to the dead snake, did he realize his tragic mistake. Like the faithful hound, the pair is a symbol of care and affection. Often given as a gift, it is sweet but easily bruised, requiring tenderness from its handler. It's in the upright. It says, a friendship is flourishing. Your kindness and loyalty have been noted, and your friend appreciates you. I think this, if you're of spiritual mind, I believe this friendship, like I said in the very beginning, the lovers is a partnership, right? I believe this friendship is you and either yourself or you and your spirit guides or the universe or whatever it is that's aiding you in this journey. But that, there's still that decision in your future that you're going to have to make. Whether you've got a friend or not, you still got to take ownership of the way your life is heading, right? So anyways, I hope you enjoyed that. And if you did not, well, I hope it helped in some way. If you did enjoy it though, I would love to see you next time. Bye.